Hey, in this video I'm going to show you a simple Make.com automation that scrapes LinkedIn posts from your favorite creators together with the likes, comments and shares, so you can use them as inspiration when writing your own posts or feed them to AI for it to just write posts for you. And this is all done based on the list of creators that you have stored in the users table in Airtable. So at the moment I have 3, so I've got the name and the URL, and I'll be using that to pull through the latest posts. And for this I'll be using a tool called Rapid API, which works in a very similar way to Apify, but it's just a little bit different to set up, and I'm going to show you how to do it basically step by step. So first things first, we need to find a LinkedIn scraper that we will use for the automation. So as soon as you log in, you land on this page, and right at the top you've got the search box, and I'm now going to type LinkedIn. And as you can see, we've got 681 scrapers available for just LinkedIn. And obviously you can find scrapers for different social media, different platforms, so it's not just LinkedIn. But the one that we're going to use today is called LinkedIn Bulk Data API. And I'm not going to click on it, because if I do, it will actually show my API key right on the first page, which is not what I want to show. So instead I went ahead and took screenshots of what the inside of a scraper looks like. And don't worry if it looks a little bit complex. I'm going to walk you through exactly all the bits you need from here. So on the left hand side you've got a list of all the endpoints available, and those are all the different pieces of data that you can scrape. For example, you can search for people with filters, you can search for posts or even post reposts, right? So there's a lot of different kind of data you can get from here, but the one we want for this example is going to be person updates. The bits that you need from here are the code snippets that you can see on the right. So if I zoom in, what you'll need is the URL, so it's going to be this, and also a couple of headers, Rapid API host and Rapid API key. And I'm going to show you how to set all of this up in Make in just a second, but let me first show you the full automation and how it looks like. So it's pretty simple. We've got 4 modules. First we search for records in Airtable, and that basically grabs the URL of the account that you have stored in the users table. And then what happens next is it pulls the data through to the HTTP make a request module, and this is responsible for scraping the data with Rapid API. So if I click on it, as you can see, this is where all the code snippets will go. So we've got the URL, the method is going to be get, and then a couple of headers, so Rapid API host and Rapid API key. So if I jump back into Rapid API, first of all you need the URL, and just make sure that you grab everything up to the question mark here. So you don't want anything up after the question mark, because those are the parameters and we're going to set those later. So up to profile underscore updates, this is what we need to paste in here. And same with the headers, so Rapid API host, again you can just copy all of it. Make sure that you copy the name exactly how it is here, and then the same with the key. That's obviously unique to you, so I'm not going to show you mine, and this way you can paste yours. But this is just the first step of setting up the HTTP module. And if I go back in here, we are now in the app section here, but we now need to specify exactly what data we want from LinkedIn, right? And this is what we can do inside the parameters section here. So if I jump into it, so yeah, we are now inside parameters, And this is where we can specify the profile URL to scrape, as well as the page number we want to scrape posts from. So it's set to page 1 at the moment, which means it'll grab the 10 of the most recent posts. But if you want that slightly older posts, you can enter page 2, 3 or 4, and then it'll grab those. And how you can set this up in Make is, if you scroll down on the HTTP module, you'll have a section that says query string. And again, this is where you enter the parameters. So we've got profile underscore URL, and this is what the URL is going to be that we picked up from the Airtable, and then page, which is in this case 1. And also make sure that you pass the response at the end. Cool, so we are almost done. The next step is to iterate through all the posts, because HTTP module will output all the posts as a single bundle. We need to iterate through them, which is what this module is doing. So as you can see, it takes the data posts and it'll create a separate bundle for each post, which will then allow us to create a record in Airtable for each post. But if you're doing this yourself, you might only want the best posts to be in Airtable, which is why I set up this filter here, and that will basically filter out all the posts that have less than 500 likes. And you can set this to whatever you need. I set it to a number of likes, 500. So everything that has less than 500 likes, it won't go through to Airtable. And yeah, as I said before, last step is to create a record in Airtable in the post table, and this is what it looks like. We've got the post itself, likes, comments, etc., date, and also the URL to the post. And yeah, this is how you can set up Scrape LinkedIn automation. And if you have any questions, please let us know. Always happy to help. And yeah, thanks for watching.